What's going on? It's CVV, Chris Van Vliet, and right now you're listening to Conrad Cushman and everything pro wrestling.
Not many in this can understand. This the podcast to show you who I am. Conrad Cushman, the legend in the plans. Please listen every day to the showcase. The opinions and knowledge that anyone can take. Showing you how it is done. Proving I am number one. What a legend becomes. This is now my time to show you that I am here. This podcast just to make it loud and clear. By the fans, for the fans. Not many who's here can understand everything pro wrestling. It can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes.
Folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. I am your host, Conrad Cushman, being joined today by my co-host, Derek.
What's up, y'all?
Make sure you guys show some love as you guys are coming into the stream. We are going to be talking AEW Dynamite. It is their anniversary show, even though technically the anniversary already happened. But got to come through and show some love for AEW. I want you to know that your boys did not miss one episode of Dynamite. Not a one.
Not one.
Not one iota. We did our thing this year, man. I'm really proud that we didn't miss an episode. We were supposed to go to the AEW Rochester show, the beginning of the pandemic, but it's all right. We'll live. We got to chat with you guys, so it's been a fun year. So make sure that you guys come on in, show us some love, and we are going to get ready to start off the show, but there's only one correct way to start off Everything Pro Wrestling shows, in my opinion, and it's with our boy, Montezi. And tomorrow, if you guys didn't know, I have a special interview on the channel at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you tune in. It is with an up-and-coming hip-hop sensation in the wrestling community, Rated R. So make sure you guys check that out. But for now, let's go to Montezi's intro for Everything Pro Wrestling.
Everything pro wrestling, it can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes, everyday pro wrestling, it can never be you.
Ta-da! Check us out, folks. Got on the Everything Pro Wrestling merch right here. Make sure you guys go and cop it. Big shout out to Chris DeZuba in the chat. Chris DeZuba rocking the Derek Order shirt. I won't put Chris's face up here, but he sent me a Facebook pic. I appreciate you, Chris. Thank you for showing love to the Derek Order. If you guys get your shirts, send them to me. And if it's okay, I would love to post them on Instagram, Twitter, so that way people could see them. And I'm happy that you guys are repping EPW, man.
Yep. It's been a blessing. I mean, you know, it's fun times, good times, you know.
Right?
Get to talk about wrestling. Get to bust somebody's balls when they go off the script for a little bit.
Right? Yeah, you know how it goes, bro. We always take care of our folks in the chat, and I just really wanted to give you guys a shout out. So thank you so much for supporting Everything Pro Wrestling. Thank you for holding it down with us every week on Dynamite. Some people may say, how come you guys review Dynamite every week? For years, I did Raw, SmackDown. I did some NXT this year. I've done a lot of WWE. The whole pandemic thing's got stuff effed up. I'm not going to front. But I will say this. I wanted to get something different on the channel. And we've been doing more New Japan Pro Wrestling. And AEW just feels different. So I just thought it was a nice change of pace. And I hope that you guys are enjoying this. If you are, help a brother out and make sure that you guys show us some love by smashing that like button. And don't forget, folks, when you're coming up on this, hit that subscribe button for us. You just go click it just like that. Very easy. And then if you want to be notified anytime we go live, which is every Wednesday and tomorrow, we got that interview, hit that bell and you guys will be notified when we go live. If it's not working for people in the past, go back, hit the bell again. It'll work. Hold it down and tell a friend about Everything Pro Wrestling. I think that'll really help out the numbers. We're expanding though, man, and that's the key. That's what we want to keep doing, growth.
Exactly. That we want to get. We want to get overseas. Start getting overseas. That's
Overseas
ball game.
Hold on, bro. I'm not going anywhere until this all is taken care of. There is no going across the pond. But let's see who we've got in the live chat tonight. Let's see who we got in here. We got Ace. He was the first one in the house. What's good, Ace? Appreciate you, brother. B-Boy Skyline Jordan, what's good, bro? I appreciate you. Be on the lookout for that code. You know what's coming up. Chris DeZuba in the house. Derek, he put the shirt came in.
My man.
Doug, what's good, bro? My man Doug is in the house as well. Doug, I want to see Doug's EPF and W shirt. I haven't rocked that one in a minute. He is saying video issues. Okay. Is everybody else's video good? Let me know. Let me know if we're having a issue with the video. Looks good on our end, right?
Yeah.
I don't see any issues. So if we're messing up, let me know. A says I'm always here. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. All right, maybe that was supposed to be the too sweet. Jesus DeLeon. What's good, Jesus? Malik Murray in the house with the questions. Malik asking, why do people something on Cody when he won a match, but at least we'll get into the Cody stuff, I promise you, because I know that's going to come up within this. BJ, what's good, bro? BJ, what's happening? BJ Run the Ropes on Facebook. BJ, we got to get you on for a show, bro. Don't think I forgot about that. We're getting you on for one of these. Chris Azuba said you could post it. I don't care. Jocelyn, you give the pros and cons of AEW so you're unbiased. Thank you. I appreciate that.
That's all we try to do.
Yeah. Stelios Cantos. Jocelyn always makes me think of American Dad. Her, Robert, and you, bro.
Hey.
6XL Hookah Guy, what's good, bro? Thank you so much. Dope shout out from the Ramblemania show. Ramblemania, thank you so much for the shout out. Send me your stuff on Twitter. My Twitter handle's down below. I will make sure to retweet you and show you guys some love as well, because that's what this is about, bro. Rockstar Cody has some harsh words for Cody tonight. Jeez Louise. Was good. Let me see here. My video's fine on this end. Thank you. And BJ said can't wait, my dude. Yeah, we'll talk, man. Maybe next roundtable for Full Gear. Get at your boy. We'll see what we can do. He said laughing my ass off at that song. It always comes up, bro. I'm telling you. But thank you guys so much. If you haven't hit that like button and you're in the chat, smash the like button for me. All right? Let's get into this, man. Let's talk AEW Dynamite anniversary show. Big notebook. We do the old school notes up in this piece. So make sure you guys are in the chat showing love. AEW tag team titles, bro. We're starting off with their strongest division, in my opinion. The tag team division here. We've got FTR in the 20-minute Brush with Greatness challenge. FTR versus the Best Friends. And I will say, they had the hearts pumping in this one in the beginning. Totally cool. We had the Best Friends in there, and they've had several AEW like tag team opportunities. Was this the night for them to finally become the champions? Find out. So we get into this. Trent takes a bad beating from FTR in this matchup. He starts off getting the beat down, gets the hot tag to Chuck Taylor. Chuck Taylor tonight, may I say, Chuck Taylor looked damn good in the ring.
Hey, sometimes it's gotta happen for everybody, at least once or twice.
Yeah. Whoa, what do you mean? Once or twice? You saying Chuck Taylor sucks, bro?
No, Chuck Taylor's good.
Nah, he was on fire tonight, in my opinion.
Yeah, everybody's entitled to one.
Yo, disrespect. And this is why we don't allow him on the show half the time. All right? So please send your hate mail to, what's your email address? Yeah.
Bring it.
Yeah, we show respect on this show, D. Come on.
Yeah, I respect Chuck T.
Okay.
I do.
All right. Well, Chuck Taylor got the hot tag in this one. He was making moves, and he was in there taking out FTR, and then eventually Tully got involved in the match again. He ends up doing a leg sweep. It gets a 2 count for FTR. This match goes back and forth, back and forth. FTR likes these old school brainbuster tag team matches. If you're a big fan of Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard from back in the day, I think you can relate. But I think if you're a new school fan, and you put a little logic behind your matches and what they're trying to do, I think you can relate to this as well.
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt. But you have to take your, I won't say ego, because it's not really an ego, but let's just say your pig-headedness, your stubbornness. If you take it out of there and just pay attention, you see a lot. You see a lot.
Yeah. Let me see here. So some people are BJ said Chuck was phoning it in for a few minutes. Dude, why are you phoning it in right now? But it was only for 30 seconds. And what? No hate mail for Derek or the order will come after you. This is my show. How do I get threatened on my show? This is what I'm talking about. Rob, help me, bro. I know you're in the chat. Help
me.
Kevin Hart's gonna sue us, bro. Chill.
That's why I didn't finish it.
Chris DeZuba said this was a good tag match. I'm with Chris on this one. I really think that FTR did a good job in this. So during all of this, they start to set up for their pile driver brainbuster, and Trent's the one being set up for the pile driver. It gets stopped, thwarted, done, finito, and then we see the Storm Zero hit. And a great near fall. Bro, my heart skipped a beat because I was like, yo, the best friends are about to become the tag champs. They got me on that one. They set it up, and they end up going into the crowd. Trent goes head first into Kip Sabian's video game arcade. Head first, like busted completely. The panel got ripped from the deck, and he tells Penelope Ford to go get him. What that means, stay tuned. So they get back in the ring for the match. They eventually go for where Chuck is going to attempt the awful waffle on I almost called him his old name here.
Awful waffle.
That's a great name, bro.
It is. No, I'm laughing because it is a great name. That's very original. Very original.
I love it. That's an old name he's had for a while for it. So he's going for the awful waffle. It gets stopped by Dax Harwood. And then he goes for like kind of the schoolboy off of the ropes, or the O'Connor roll, excuse me, off of the ropes. And he gets hit in the head with the tag team title by Cash Wheeler. That SOB, 1, 2, 3, old school tag team wrestling, a belt shot to the head gets them the victory.
Hey, sometimes you gotta change it up. You can't always win with a finisher. And that was the nice thing about AEW. AEW basically like to end matches, spontaneously with different outcomes. Not just the same outcome.
FTR is a big fan, though, of like 80s tag team wrestling, because those finishes are often exactly the same like they used to be. If you watch Jim Crockett Promotions, WWF, with Demolition, the Brainbusters, great endings. And I think if people don't kick out of belt shots, when someone does, it's going to mean so much more.
Yes.
So, but I think you have to get the whole promotion behind it that way. But I will say the tag matches have been more cohesive, in my opinion, in totality.
I agree.
Jesus said, awful waffle is my nickname for the Waffle House. Oh, shoot. Ain't nothing wrong with some good breakfast, Doug. Jesus said best friends got screwed. They should have won. Tough break tonight. You know how it goes. And BJ is upset. For anyone who's into gaming, Kip should know arcade back shouldn't be made of cardboard. Don't you dare call them out, BJ. But I get it, though.
Call them out, bro.
No, it makes sense, though.
It does.
So after FTR walks to the back, they got their championships. This one almost went to 20 minutes, by the way, too. That was another thing. So Miro comes out, and he is pissed. He destroys the best friends. There are suplexes, stomps, kicks, and ass whippings just handed out by my boy Miro here. After the fact, Miro and Kip Sabian have a tag match. They end up going up against Lee Johnson and Sean Maluda. First off, I want to say this. Lee Johnson and Sean Maluda on AEW Dark have been very impressive. This match, not so much. Destroyed, basically. And Maluda taps out to, I don't know if it's going to be called the Accolade anymore, but we'll just say he broke his back, make humble, camel clutch.
There you go.
Piece of shit. But after that happens, we get a tap out, and he gets on the microphone and he says, good friends. He doesn't call them the best friends. He says, good friends.
Yeah, that's dirty.
Hold on. He said, I had to write this down for the quote, bro. Good friends, you break my shit. Game over. And he hulked up, bro. He flexed hard on him. That was the segment for this one. But Jesus is promoting Lee Johnson, saying he should get signed. I agree, though. Yeah, it's the game over now. Rusev was on point in this one. Do you think Miro should face Cody for the TNT Championship? Possibly down the line. Possibly. I think he's in a tag team right now. Whatever this storyline with Kip is until the wedding, he's focused on that. I don't know. A lot of people are like, he should be in the heavyweight division. Take your time. Guys, there's 4 pay-per-views a year.
Who said that?
What?
He should be in...
The world? Miro, I said Miro could be in the world title frame, but people are saying he should be doing that now versus...
No. I misunderstood you. I thought you said Kip. I'm like, what?
Oh, what's wrong with Kip?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing at all.
You've been throwing little shots tonight, and I'm not a fan.
Except that he looks like a dad.
What's good? Sick? Sick said, happy AEW anniversary, y'all. Can't believe it's been a year. I'm with you, Sick. I agree on that. Chris said he botched his finisher. Yeah, he did accidentally go over his head a little bit before. But no worries, bro. When the knees are holding you like that, you're getting your back broken, made humble. Who gives a shit? Iron Sheik, baby. Crush. Yeah, no, I thought it was really good, though. A lot of people in the chat, though, they seem to be feeling it. Whatever, dude. Like I said, take your time with Miro. Short-term storytelling is key. It is key, in my opinion.
It definitely is.
Or I said short-term. Long-term storytelling, excuse me.
Long-term, yeah.
Is key in all of this.
Always. When you have someone who knows what they're doing with the storytelling, it boasts for great TV. You know what I mean? People always say I won't say people always say, but some people probably feel like wrestling is nothing but just what's that? What is that show? You know, the soap operas that our grandparents used to watch.
Yo, bro, General Hospital and stuff like that.
Hospital, yeah.
I mean, there's a bunch of them. I don't even know if that comes on TV, bro.
It still does.
Damn. And if you're watching that, I don't know what you're doing at home that early in the morning.
Oh, I ain't watching that, bro.
You are fronting. You are fronting.
I mean,
yeah. Listen.
I mean, it's funny how you watch them. Every single scene of desperation or sorrow, close up on the eyes, and the eyes is glistening,
like they're about to cry.
Yeah.
See, he was up here fronting like he didn't watch it. This is why you can't trust Derek's word.
Bro.
Derek's trying to clown, and Derek watches soap operas. What's your favorite one?
Soap operas?
Front. See, you probably watched the Spanish ones.
Always.
See, I knew it.
But I ain't fronting on that one though. General Hospital, all that garbage, nah. Over the Spanish one, ain't happening.
Listen, so we go backstage during all of this, and randomly, John Moxley is getting his ass whooped by Lance Archer. Number one, Lance Archer's just beating the shit out of this man. Some guy is back there like, hey, what are you doing? You know what happened to him? Boom! Sit down, talking that shit. And then he starts slamming his head against the table. And then when all the officials try to come up, Jake the Snake is standing there with a bag. And I feel like in a lot of Jake's life, he just flashed things at people. Wink face. He just keeps showing him the bag again. What is up with Jake just holding open a bag like, surprise? Ha! You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, Jake, stop showing people the snake, bro. Mad weird. Pause. But Jake's just showing the snake in the bag, and nobody's wanting to come up, and the beatdown continues. I loved it though. I think it enhanced Lance Archer's character. Everybody dies. Everybody's getting their ass beat. I thought it worked for this segment.
It definitely did. again, you have segments that fall into place like they're supposed to. Especially, it would have been dope if Jake did what he did, still did what he did with the bag, and all you hear or see is surprise. Can't finish that one either, but y'all should know what that is from what was it? What was that show?
I don't even remember what it was called, bro. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Small fries, mother. Let me see here. Sick said, "Days of our lives and passions, bruh. There's a quarantine going on. Don't judge me. Y'all leave me and my OnlyFans subscriptions alone."
Sick knows.
Peace. Lance Archer. Yeah, we'll get into that in the main event because definitely things got to change on this one. Ramble Mania show says Spanish soap operas be wild, man.
Dude,
100%.
Always, man.
BJ comes out of nowhere and says Dexter.
Yes, Dexter. See, yes, that's what it was because it was in Dexter.
The name is everything pro wrestling, and anything can happen on this show. I'm telling you guys. Now, speaking of things in a bag, guys, I've got a bag for you. You know what time it is. You know it is promo time for Manscaped, guys. Manscaped is where you guys can get all of your best things needed for groin grooming. Now, why would we send you to Manscaped? Number one, because we have an awesome promo code, EPW Show, and you guys can get yourselves all of your grooming needs. Now, they have the Lawnmower 3.0. Thing works like a beaut. They also have the ball deodorant, the foot deodorant, the crop preserver, the cologne. Whatever you guys need. They even got draws on there. If you guys want some draws for yourselves, some boxers, whatever you want to call them, go on, use our promo code EPW Show, save 20%, free delivery, and tell them I sent you guys. All right? It's always up on my Twitter page. Make sure you guys check that out. It is well worth it. And don't worry, guys. Not only will we thank you, your balls will thank you too. And I've got to show some big love also to my good friends at Powerslam.tv. You guys use the same promo code, EPW Show. You guys can get yourselves a slice of independent pro wrestling for 1 month free on your boy. It's well worth it if you are looking to get into some new indie talents, if you're trying to discover new talent, and maybe you're looking for people to interview for your podcast. Maybe you're just trying to watch some pro wrestling because you're bored that day. Use this promo code. All right? Definitely worth it. And make sure you guys also check out my good friends, Everything College Basketball, Josh Burton. He is doing amazing things. Him and Peyton have been putting up some pretty good stuff. So make sure you guys go check them out on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you can. And in those same locations, you can find my friend Jesse and the Pro Wrestling Shoot. We always have their ads included in on the podcast version of this. So make sure you guys will check that out as well. And I hope you guys enjoyed that nice little transition. Jake, thank you for that transition, brother. All right.
Hand it to you on the silver platter.
DDT it. I'm Jake the Snake in you. I put him in the coffin. I'm the Undertaker too. That's fab. So we got into all of this to get into the next thing. We had an announcement made on tonight's show, and I even have another graphic for you guys for that tonight. I've been trying a little bit here with some different graphics. The AEW World Title Tournament. They gave us the brackets for tonight, and things are looking pretty interesting for round one. Derek, I want one word reaction to each of these. Now remember, one word. All right? You ready for the first matchup?
Got it.
We have Pentagon taking on Rey Fenix. Brother versus brother. Say something. One word.
Speechless.
Okay. All right. Any favorites in that one?
Rey Fenix.
Okay. All right. We've got Kenny Omega taking on Joey Janela.
Joey.
They had a good match on Dark, bro. If you remember going back to the beginning of the year, they crushed it.
They did. I'm going with my boy Janela.
Joey Janela.
Nah, I'm going with
See, disrespect, bro.
Listen, it all depends on who how the momentum swings throughout the match.
I can hear you on that one. I think it could get buck wild crazy. I think Joey's going to do really good against Kenny. They have like some type of chemistry, in my opinion.
I definitely agree with that. They can hit it off.
Adam Hangman Page is on the other side of the bracket, taking on Colt Cabana. Boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
One word reaction to that.
Ooh, can I say it?
You about to swear?
Nah. I'm trying to think if it's one word or two. I think it's 2 words, so I won't say that. Damn, I can't say that either.
We'll just leave it at damn, I guess.
Yeah, there you go.
Wardlow versus Jungle Boy.
Wait. Wardlow versus Jungle Boy?
That's an interesting matchup, I think. I think, honestly, out of all of these matches, Pentagon and Phoenix and Wardlow and Jungle Boy intrigue me the most.
Yes. I'll give that one spice. That's going to be spice right there.
Spice? Like pumpkin? 'Tis the season.
Nah, like hot tamale spice.
Let's go to see what everybody in the chat is saying, because I've missed some things in here. Let's see here. Guess I'm the only one that hates everybody dies when Archer is yet to kill anybody. Yeah. What's up, Sean? Thank you for joining us. Ace said, here we go again. Laughing. You know how it goes, Ace. We got to get our money in, man. Got to get the money in. Buy some merch, too. Helps us.
Yes.
BJ put EPW is like Attitude Era WWF. Anything can happen. It's a wrestling show, but suddenly the soap opera invades. Who's giving birth to a hand next year? Derek's a big fan of Ken Shamrock putting Christian in the ankle lock.
Where is she?
I don't know why that's his favorite quote of all time when someone's in an ankle lock. Works like a beauty, eh? As said in the movie Big Daddy. Prove it. Don't get me kicked off. Don't get me kicked off YouTube. I need this revenue. All right. I need this revenue stream too. He said, all jokes aside, Manscaped's expensive as fuck, but it's a great quality though. It's a great quality product. I promise you. Like if you get one, I doubt you'll need one for a long time after that.
I got one. I love it. It is a little bit on the expensive side, but hey,
I think it's worth it though.
I think it's worth it.
Sean Harrington said, depends on who is champion. I am not really feeling Eddie versus Moxley for Full Gear if that's the plan. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing for that. I don't know when Eddie Kingston's getting a title shot against whoever won the main event, which we will get to. Yeah, we'll have to see what happens with that. I kind of wish Colt Cabana would be facing Kenny Omega. That would be interesting. I think they're saving that for down the line, though.
Yeah.
Because of BTE stuff.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Let's see here. BJ said Pentagon Phoenix, Blood, Kenny versus Joey Ziggler. Terrible. We call him Colt Cabana 2, Ramble Mania said. Hangman versus Colt, easy. Dang, we love us some Dark Order. Ramble Mania, they got Derek Order shirts up, man.
Yeah, go order. They're coming.
They're coming.
I mean, well,
they're here.
Well,
they're here.
More of them are coming.
There you go. You guys can take a look at the Derek Order shirts. Chris DeZuba had one on earlier. He got a red background for his. You guys can change the colors, do whatever you want for these things. They are beautiful. We have hoodies. You can get stickers for your laptops, whatever you guys want for that Derek Order t-shirt stuff. Those are on tpublic.com right now. And we also have some designs up on What For Apparel, same ones that are on tpublic. So if you guys are enjoying those, show some love, man. But that AEW tournament, I'm telling you, I think it's going to be fire, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's going to be super dope.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. That's definitely going to be... That might be a stealer right there. That might be a stealer.
And you know what? It gives them great content for a couple of times, man.
Yes. We're going to have so much to talk about that night.
Next week is just pure tournament, I feel like. So you got to just get round one done. And then once you get into round two, then you can have some longer matches, mess around with some of the things in it. It's going to be fun. Yeah. Like I said, it's not G1 Climax. I promise you, it's not going to be G1 Climax. I think this is to advance the story of Kenny and Hangman, in my opinion. What? Did I say it's not the G1 Climax? It's not my fault, bro. I'm just being honest.
Nah, bro. I just thought of something when you said it, so.
Inappropriate. I can already tell. Let's see here. Malik Murray says, I think that Jungle Boy is going to win. Woo! Malik Murray coming with a bold prediction. Malik,
the whole tournament?
Yeah. Malik, if that happens, bro, I will be ecstatic. I will definitely call you out on whatever platform you want. I will shout you out because you said it first. Sean Harrington said, I could see Archer come out and destroy Lucha Bros Kenny Omega. He just wants everybody's ass to get beat. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Sean Harrington said Wardlow to the finals. Nah. It could like I said, Jungle Boy and Wardlow could go either way.
I'm going with Jungle Boy just because Jungle Boy has a lot of momentum.
When Wardlow wins, I'm dogging him next week. Just make sure you guys remember this, bookmark it. Speaking of Wardlow, MJF and Wardlow come out next here for this segment, and MJF has a big announcement. First off, MJF was mean to me, so fuck him. Second off, call me cue ball. Mad rude, bro. Mad rude.
It is.
I think I could go at it with him. I think I could beat him in a fight.
I think you could.
I'll wrestle you. Put him in a headlock. But he calls out Chris Jericho in the Inner Circle. They end up coming out. He got Sammy Guevara his jacket. Now, flashback to a young Conrad and Derek in 2005. We were young at the time. Bro, remember when we used to wear 6X shirts?
Oh, God.
This was the style back then. I swear to you, go find LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, and who else was in that draft class? Dwayne Wade. Go find all of their pictures from when they got drafted. Look at them big-ass suits they had on. That was the style. So just follow me for a second. Sammy Guevara's wearing a 6X Inner Circle jacket, bro. That shit was huge. Yo, that thing was big. Yo, his arms weren't even in it. He was like, it looks great on you, Sammy. It looks great. I thought that was a great continuance, bro.
So you can already tell what MJF's feelings are towards Sammy.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't really explained as to why he's acting like that towards Sammy. The Spanish God.
Disrespect, bro.
Just saying.
Disrespect to Sammy, and he was not happy about it. But Jericho did make him put on the jacket. He told him, put it on, be polite, basically. We have company in the ring right now. And MJF cannot utter the words because he's such a prick. He could not utter the words, I want to join the Inner Circle, very easily. But eventually he gets to it, and Jericho says, well, hold on now. Next week, if you want to get down with the Inner Circle, it's going to take us some time. We have to think about this because Ortiz said he didn't want him in. So it seems like they don't want him in the group. And Jericho said, next week we're going to go one-on-one for a steak dinner. So Le Champion and MJF are going out to eat next week. There's going to be some type of segment with steak. JR's barbecue sauce better get a plug, damn it. That's all I know. Plug JR stuff.
Exactly.
Ace said Ortiz wasn't having it. Sammy was looking like Marty McFly from Back to the Future 2.
You know, I was just thinking of somebody that he reminded me.
My man Hookah God came in and said, what's wrong with 6XL? Nothing, bro. I'm just telling you, we used to wear that. Like I said, that was the style, bro, back in the day.
That, and we always used to go to the corner store and get 5 shirts.
5 for 20.
5 for 20.
Mix them up, bro.
Every time.
Weird, bro. And the Air Force ones?
Yep.
Now we've turned into hashtag wrestling fashion. Shout out to JPQ and Queen. Gotta show some love.
Not even that. We turned into dads.
Yo, chill. Chill with that. Intern's been very quiet tonight. I need to check on that in a second. Better not be in that toilet. So we go to another scene. We have Britt Baker backstage getting a massage, and Tony Schiavone's next to her. And Britt Baker's got the cucumbers over the eyes. That mask made of something white on her face. I don't know what it is.
Protein.
Maybe. Could be oatmeal. I don't know what it is, bro. But she's got the mask on. She's got the cucumbers over her eyes. And Tony's next to her with the microphone in hand. But he's shirtless. And they're sitting there talking. And Reba or Rebel, I don't even know what the hell her real name is at this point, runs in with her friggin' stand with her rules. Shoot. Rule number 5. And she said, to quote Jim Ross, always be the baddest bitch. I don't remember JR saying this. But whatever. Britt Baker is money. Money on the mic. So Britt Baker has it up. Rule number 5, be the baddest bitch. And she looks over at Tony Schiavone and she says, "Oh my God, are you naked?" He was like, "Well," and the girls start screaming their heads off. Sensitivity training, Tony. Sensitivity training. They start screaming, naked Tony, and then they do the scene with Tony Schiavone getting his chest waxed. 40-year-old virgin straight up out of it. Tony screaming, getting his chest waxed. What the hell bro? What the hell?
Might as well, yeah.
Tony screaming. This was funny to me. I laughed at parts of this. Like, good stuff. And we find out next week Dr. Britt Baker is going to be there next week. She talked about fixing Tony Schiavone's molars for him after he got the super kick. And she said, "How come you weren't here for me last week?" He was like, "Well, I was taking some time off." She was like, "I broke my nose and I never took any time off." So Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, will be in action next week. She is a dentist. She does drill grills. Let's see here. Sick said, "In my white tee." Yep, in my white tee. Sick knows. Malik said, "I got a question. Do you think Wardlow should turn on MJF at his title match?" No. Not yet. Not the time yet. You've got some time to burn on that still.
Gotta let it build up real quick.
I think we won't see that until next year. Not until 2021. We'll see that switch up. Sean Harrington said, "Just wanted to clear up before I was predicting Archer interferes in Lucha Bros, so neither advance." Ooh. Kenny Omega wins his match and earns a bye to the finals. Coming with that King of the Ring 93 booking. I like it.
Coming with that BS.
Yo, that's not... Come on. That's all right. It's part of the story. The tournament tells a story sometimes. I'm with it. Tony should have just used Manscaped. Damn it, Sean. That was another good ad placement. But you guys can still get the Lawnmower 3.0. EPW shows the promo code. Right. I can't say that. Rockstar, you almost got me in trouble, bro. What are you doing? I almost read that. I was like, did he have a typo? Let's talk about the TNT Championship match, though. One of the amazing things, in my opinion, on Dynamite for the year. The open challenges that Cody has had. Well, he has another one here. It is Cody taking on Orange Cassidy for the TNT Championship. Felt like a quick turnaround, in my opinion, for this one, Derek. What did you think of this matchup? Was it too soon for Orange to get it back, in your opinion, when you first looked at this matchup?
No, I don't think it was too soon. I think this built up a good story between them. He's been my boy since you put me on to him.
Who's he? I need to specify, because if it's someone in this match, I'm gonna dog you. Who? Who you picking? You talking about Orange or Cody? Don't say Cody.
I'm picking Orange.
Okay, I was gonna dog. Go ahead.
I'm picking Orange on this one. Orange Cassidy is a straight G. Let's just put it like that. The man, we all know the gimmick. He's supposed to be the laziest wrestler in the world. I understand if you guys hate the fact that Orange Cassidy is like that. I get it. It's not for everybody.
Some people may think it's too comedy, but I think here it was very interesting, and I love the fact that Cody on Twitter said he was going to make Orange Cassidy lock up tonight. They had some shoving going on in the beginning, but they actually do have a lockup. Orange does a good lockup. Respect it. I was expecting maybe a lazy one at first. But the comedy bit in between all this, him ducking it and moving out of the way, good shit, pal.
Yes. Everything about this match was good to me.
Now, what did you think of Blonde Cody being back? Was that weird?
It was weird because, to me, you send a mixed message. So, what is the Blonde Cody supposed to be here for? You know what I mean?
Well,
like, what's his purpose?
Time out. Last week he did say in his promo that the hair had nothing to do with it.
I think it's got everything to do with it.
I don't think so, though. He wasn't champ. He came back with the different hair. So maybe it was for a role, something else. I don't know. But Cody said it had nothing to do with his heart, his desire, blah, blah, blah. He cut like a babyface promo, but then tonight felt like a 180. He came out with Brandy. Arn Anderson came out. Arn Anderson rocking the Nightmare Family tracksuit. Shout out to Double A.
With the labeled out as Addams Family.
Why?
Because if you look at it close enough, or not Addams Family, my bad. Nightmare Before Christmas. If you look at it, that's the same kind of text that Nightmare Before Christmas uses.
I'm going to look into this now. Chris Zuba was not feeling this match. He said this match sucked, in his opinion. Some others private messaged me the same sentiments, Chris. Cody versus Orange for the TNT Championship in 2 weeks. Yes, we will have a rematch, and we'll explain why that happened in 1 second here. I don't know. Cody went from spooky season to Thanksgiving at her folks this year. Terrible, BJ. Brandy's happy though.
I'm happy that he's off the blonde at least, because this still looks a little dark.
Yeah, like I said, to me it doesn't matter. Cody's character is just interesting. Cody brings it in his matches. I feel like Cody's trying to establish himself as the guy you have to get through before you get to a championship, or the guy you could build a pay-per-view match around to get someone to the next level.
Yes. He has all the tools of the trade when it comes to this.
You made a joke earlier about Stardust. I think he's come a long way from then, though. And I'm not saying that when you brought it up, it just made me think about that. Think of how far he's come from being in a team with the Ascension.
Yes.
Like,
he definitely came a long way. Stardust was just a debacle. That was just the other company trying to make comedy out of something, and it didn't need to happen. You fell flat when you tried to do that. Now,
Sean Harrington said it right here. Definitely dark hair for the role in his TV show with Stephen Amell, the wrestling TV series that they're having. Perhaps. 6XL said something that I agree with fully. He said his gimmick is genius. Some people just don't get it. Some people get it, some don't, excuse me. And his feud with Jericho, I feel like, built upon his character. I agree. I think it showed that Cody has grit. He's tough. He's willing to challenge. I think it gave him that extra layer he needed to his character.
I agree.
Sean Harrington said, I had no problem with Orange versus Cody. I loved the finish and was hoping for such a thing. See, I'm with it. This match was booked into a corner. Shouldn't have happened. Now, I'm going to argue that point in 1 second. Let's just run through this though real quick. During the match though, they start getting real technical in the match early on. Cody spills to the outside. Tope Suicida from Orange Cassidy knocks him into near the Dark Order. These little creepers are all hanging around. John Silver, why is that man so short and so buff? He grabs the TNT Championship and he looks like he's going to hit Cody with it, but Orange stops him, showing Orange Cassidy as the babyface. And eventually they all get booted out of there. Silver's reactions are priceless. This man is money on BTE. I'm telling you, this dude is great. So just enjoy it. We get back into the matchup though. We get a bunch of Crossroads was attempted. Orange goes for a roll-up, pretty close on that call. They also showed Darby Allin in the crowd. I forgot to mention that. In the very beginning, Darby was watching. We then find out Darby is focused once again when they show him, and he is challenging for the title at Full Gear. So it looks like they have moved on from the TNT Championship contender series, possibly. Looks like there's not going to be open challenges. Darby's getting the next title shot. I'm interested, but what happened to him and Ricky Starks, Brian Cage? Is that done? That seems...
I hope not, because him and Ricky Starks would...
Maybe it's a come back to it feud. Like, okay, he beat him. We'll come back to it eventually. But I still feel like him and Will Hobbs have like a tag match they should have against them.
They should. I think. What was it, last week when they tried to jump Darby? I think that should have caused the tag team match to assemble.
Right. I'm sorry, I'm losing some of the thoughts people had just because we're catching up so much. Let's go back into this. Reverse suplex off the top rope. Amazing spot. Orange Cassidy's left knee is hurting from a drop kick to his knee that happened during the match. Diving DDT from Orange Cassidy for a 2 count by Cody. Cody locks in the figure 4 leg lock. I thought it was going to be over here because they teased the knee being hurt, and Cody's won with the figure 4 many of times. Right. This is why winning with small moves is important, because then it teases you later on, and we thought it was done, and he ends up rolling into the ropes. And once you get to that point, you get the rope break. He hits the beach break on the apron, almost a 10 count, gets Cody in the ring just in time. Beach break once again. He hit it really quick. 1, 2, kick out. That was the spot where we thought it could have been over. And Orange rolls up Cody for the 1, 2, and the bell rings for the time limit to expire. Now, I want to just go to the chat because I see a bunch of people. We're going to have a little bit of a miniature debate, I think, on this for a second here. So BJ said this match shouldn't have happened, booked into a corner. 6XL said he's slowly turning heel, and I feel like regardless of what he said, I think I feel the same way with Cody. I think his character is going through stuff because he was cocky in this match again.
Yeah.
Push-ups. He was kissing the arms again. Arn was yelling at him. Something's going on here that we're not seeing line up yet. Everything isn't connected together yet. And I'm interested to see what happens with this.
I wonder if that brings someone back for a nice little short feud.
With Cody?
Yeah.
Are you talking about until the pay-per-view or are you talking about after the pay-per-view?
Before the pay-per-view.
Okay. I don't know who would step in place, though. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with Cody right now. Cody's in this weird... Yeah. Gotta make sure that's trademark first. I see it's up for debate right now. Arn Anderson filed a trademark for that name.
Bang.
We'll see if he gets it. Hold on. BJ, I'm sorry. I gotta look at my phone, so if I'm looking down, I apologize, but I can scroll faster with that than reaching across the microphone here. BJ had said something. So he said Orange is super over. Cody just came back. Neither should be losing, especially to each other right now. The draw was the only solution, but now it's gonna happen again. I think it's okay for this match to happen again. You protected Orange because I told people before, and Rob knows this. If Orange Cassidy would have lost right here, people would have been bitching.
Yes.
Cody's Triple H. Cody's Jeff Jarrett. He shouldn't be doing this. And do I agree with that? Not fully. But I will say I think that Cody would get a bad rap if he beat Orange right now. And Orange didn't really need to lose if he just lost to Brody Lee.
Yeah, no. If you have Orange lose again, then the allure of Orange Cassidy just starts fading.
Right? Let's see here. No Limit works perfectly for a TV type title, which is the TNT title. Sean, I think the time limit works better because you get those matches. If you guys are ever bored, wrestling history right here, go back and watch Saturday night's main event when the television champions were Steve Austin, Arn Anderson. I'm trying to think. There was one more. William Regal, Steven Regal. And you guys can definitely go back, check out those matches, and you will see how like the time limits can really help a matchup when done right. I think it works for it. It gives you an out sometimes into a match and then prolongs things. They know where they're going. Darby and Cody has been the long-term story. I've been saying that. If you go back to the January review when they had the homecoming show at Daly's Place, I said, this is the long-term story. Don't mind it. When he had the match with him and Cody beat him. Hey! Who was that for the subscribe? I appreciate whoever that was. Oh, my man 6XL. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. You were definitely supposed to come across the screen here. I'm going to set that up for you. But I don't know, D. Like, I didn't have any issues with it. Did you?
No, none whatsoever. You can't have Orange losing. Let's just leave it at that. You can't have him losing, or you pretty much screw him and ruin it.
Boom. There you go. 6L Hookah showing you some love. Yeah, dude. And I don't know, man. Like, Orange is in a great spot. I think when he meets Cody again, someone's going to have to interfere to get into a feud with Orange Cassidy after this.
Yes.
The question is just who? Who fights him? Let's see here. I thought Conrad Thompson did buy the Horseman trademark and could see him allowing AEW to use it. Arn is the one attempting to buy it, apparently.
Basically.
Let's see here. Do you think Cody's slow heel turn on Darby and can we see a Horseman reunion? Or do you think we'll get Dustin and Cody too? I think we could get Dustin and Cody too down the line.
I was thinking Dustin and Cody.
Later, once Cody turns heel, I think that's a possibility, Malik. Good point. Darby's going to be TNT champion. I agree with Jesus here. I think Darby, MJF, and who's the other person I said earlier? Oh my goodness, now it's slipping my mind. Darby, MJF, and Orange Cassidy. Yes, there it is. Yeah. It's Derp. We're talking about him. Those three are the top three players. And I think that fourth spot's open for someone to take, whether it's Scorpio Sky, whoever wants to insert themselves in there and make a name for themselves. Those are the guys that they're building around right now. So if you don't like one of them, which I find that hard to believe, these are the people. And maybe Hangman Page, maybe you could put him in there as the fourth guy, but I feel like he's already established, man.
Yeah.
And Jesus said he agrees with you, Derek. Can't have him lose. I totally agree about the TV champions like Regal, Austin, Anderson, all being great champs and utilizing the rules to their advantage. Dark Order versus OC and Best Friends. That could be something you go towards. Because Brody Lee needs something to do. That's just stuck on there. I don't know what that is.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah, I leaned to get something. Yeah. Sorry, Derek was trying to flick something on my shirt. You know, sometimes there's a fly in your head. Shout out to the VPs.
Yo, what's up with that?
What? We're not talking politics. I can't. We're not. I don't know why the man had a fly in his head. You know, there's a lot of shit in politics. That's probably what it was.
Not even that, bro. Did you see, what's her name?
Chill. We're not talking about this.
Kamala?
I don't want to talk about this. The only Kamala I know is from Uganda. So, Malik comes with another question. Do you think AEW should have a Money in the Bank contract? No. I don't.
Be your own thing.
Yeah. Gift of the Gods Championship, baby. Lucha Underground. That was my favorite. Look up the rules for it. Had to cash in 1 week before because the promoter wanted to promote the match. Money, baby. So we get the tiebreaker. Lance Archer with Jake. Moxley attacks him backstage. This match is now made into a no DQ match for the main event. Matt Hardy is then interviewed with his family. Rebby Sky looking thick out there with all them kids.
And it's always. You know what?
Notice that she didn't get the live mic because she will definitely say she'll cuss somebody out. Because if you follow her on Twitter, she will swear at somebody in a second. Worse than this man, I think. Like, quick with the swears. But Rebby was out there and Matt Hardy, and then they kind of show someone burning Matt Hardy's pictures, and it was the person who attacked Matt Hardy, and we find out it was your boy, Sammy Guevara.
Spanish God.
And we find out he said that he is not finished with Matt Hardy. He's the one who attacked him. I think this is a great way to prolong this feud. I feel like we didn't really get a resolution at All Out, so why not keep it going a little bit more and move forward with this?
Yeah. And now it seems it's gotten a little bit more intense. So when this comes to a head, I think this will be one of the better feuds that came about in AEW since AEW has been.
Ooh, you're just putting Sammy and Matt up there?
Oh yeah.
Okay. See, I've half enjoyed it. I think it's been the best, like, happy accident, happy medium, where the chair shot thrown, blood being involved. Something that should have been a mid-card feud turned into like a blood feud, and I like that a little bit.
Yeah.
I just don't, no risk spots. I'm telling you right now, don't let him do any dumb shit. I'm done with that. Like, I will call people out if I see that. Like, you can't have this man get hurt anymore.
No, it's gonna be a horrible look for you.
Oh, Sean Harrington hit the nail right on the head. He said, I'm hoping they do a Hardy compound match for this feud. I am with it. Definitely a cinematic match could be dope for this.
That would be nice. But only if it is done right.
Yeah, you got to have all the bells and whistles like the past ones.
Yeah, if you don't do it that way, it's going to fall flat, and we don't want that to happen.
I think it could be great. We need some dilapidated boats. We'll be fine. You can find those somewhere. Sean's probably got some. Right, Sean? Let him know. Yes, Sean said he does like the Gift of the Gods idea. See, that's what I'm talking about, baby.
There you go.
I've enjoyed that far more than the Money in the Bank. I just think Money in the Bank has played itself out now over the years.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, and it's not a bad thing. It's just like you're waiting for it to happen, and every show you're like, is it happening now? Is it happening now? And you're just waiting for it. So, I like with the Gift of the Gods, you have to prepare. It's a match still. The other person still has a chance. So, Sammy attacks Matt. So next, we find out number one contendership for Full Gear. This show is transitioning towards the build to Full Gear. They have like a random lottery select for a 4-corner tag team match, tag team 4-way for next week. So 4 teams' names were pulled. The first team, Private Party. Shout out to my girl Tiff from the All Elite podcast. Private Party. So
Party.
they were the first team pulled. Next, those punk asses Silver and Reynolds. They were pulled next. They were celebrating like crazy. Tony had to tell them to calm down. You could hear John Silver and Reynolds just screaming.
Oh, man.
Love those two.
Yes.
Next, Buffalo Boys, The Butcher and The Blade were picked next. And last but not least, Tony just goes, the Young Bucks. Because they super kicked them. So the Bucks are in as well. I think this has the dynamics of two underrated tag team matches for the AEW year. I'm referring to Private Party versus Silver and Reynolds at All Out on the buy-in.
Okay, all right.
That was a really good tag match in my opinion. That was the best buy-in match that I think we've ever had.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Now, we also had the Young Bucks versus Butcher and the Blade in that street fight where they were chopping the meat up backstage. Pause. So that definitely, in my opinion, was good. So
Kilbasa.
I think this could definitely be a match to have some stuff go down in this.
Oh, it's got to. It has to. No need to not have it, because if you don't have it, it may not be as good.
Sean, I don't know if Uno and Stu were out there. I assume their names were in there, but they just didn't get picked.
They weren't out there. They weren't out there. So I doubt that they're going to.
I think are they out of the top 5? Maybe.
I think they fell out.
I forgot to look at the rankings today. I know Brody Lee fell a lot in the heavyweight division. So, yeah, we'll see. I don't know where Uno and Grayson were, but time will happen. Jesus is glad Silver and Reynolds are getting a push. Join the Dark Order, bro. It'll be interesting. Afterwards, the Young Bucks, they're douches. They super kick, who was it? The Blade and Silver. Starts a fight, and then Private Party's in the ring looking at him. Remember, Private Party beat the Young Bucks, too, in the tournament last year in the first round. Upset in the tournament. And Young Bucks super kicked them in the face. This is going to be a fight next week. Or I don't know if it was next week. Was it next week? 2 weeks? I don't remember. But it's happening soon.
Next week.
We also have an AEW women's title match coming up. We have Big Swole versus Hikaru Shida. It is announced the main event is no DQ. In this, Swole hits a cutter on the ramp on Hikaru Shida. Derek, what did you think of this match overall?
It was decent.
Was it a good performance for Big Swole in your opinion?
I think so. If you get past some of the sloppiness.
Is it the awkwardness? Because sometimes like the bumps seem like they're just not coming across right. Like the headlocks, like you just run into someone, you're like, I'm just gonna grab you. Right.
Yeah. No. You know what? I do think that. I do think everything that happened in this match wasn't supposed to happen. It just happened, and it didn't.
It either worked or it was sloppy.
Yeah. It looked good or it didn't look good. It was just one of those nights that you can't escape from. It's just gonna happen.
Right. Sean Harrington said it's not a push for Silver and Reynolds. I disagree, Sean. They're getting TV time. That's all that matters to them at this point. They're on Dynamite, so that's good for them. They weren't in attendance during the Cody match or the tag teams on stage. So BJ says he thinks Stu must be hurt because Unos did a singles match for the last time he wrestled. Good point. Right. Hands down, worst match of the night, Chris said. Okay. All right, I'm not mad at that. I could definitely, I'd probably say the same if I had to rank the matches tonight.
Yeah.
Well, the squash match, you could take those, whatever. I'll put the squash match probably as the worst one, but it was to move along with Miro and Kip, giving them some wins. Yeah. Sheeta did the best she could with Swole. It was a little off at the start, but it got better. Yeah, that's how I felt about it. And that's nothing wrong with Swole. I think Swole needs more time. And I don't know what's the issue. Maybe, I don't know. I can't figure it out sometimes. I'm with what Britt Baker said. If you're a big fan of women's wrestling, support the AEW's women's division, and I think eventually they'll get better.
Oh, yeah. Only time will tell to see if they progress or regress. So,
let's see here. I just mean TV time doesn't equal a push. I see Janela often, and he loses often, not being pushed. No, but I think TV time is good though, because think about it. There's only one show in that company, and how often I feel like people are fighting to get on Dynamite, because there's a lot of people who have to. You're on Dark this week, okay?
Right. Yeah.
They need that second TV show really bad so people can get some TV time more.
Yeah.
And it can't be like Dark. It has to be an established TV show.
Right. What would you even call it?
I don't know. I saw something. I don't know if it was like AEW Boundless or something. I can't remember, but maybe that was a name people were hinting at. I don't know what that was for.
I think Boundless may be one of them.
I saw it on it was like Instagram or something. They had like a photo up and maybe they deleted it real quick. I just saw somebody put it on Twitter today.
Right.
Real quick. Once again, Sheeta gets the victory here with the running knee. Not much to the match. Sheeta retains. I think it was the right move. I feel like Nyla Rose is next up at Full Gear. It's time for that rematch.
Has to be. Yeah, like you said, it is time for that rematch.
Because her and Vicky haven't really gotten their chance either to do anything.
And they've had ample time to do so. So I mean,
But they've been on Dark. Like I said, let's see what Nyla Rose does after this. I think she's next up when it comes to this. They talk about the tournament. Next week we're also getting the Le Dinner Debonair. Whatever the hell that means. 2 weeks, the rematch with Odie and I said Odie. Cody and Orange. What's Odie from? Garfield.
Yes.
Freaking dog. So let me see here. Derek just put crew member. The next line I just read said crew member that always gets beat up. Why did you write that in the notes?
It was the first thing that came to my mind.
That dude always gets his ass beat by. Archer comes out. He's ready to destroy. It's the main event.
Oh, man.
Eddie Kingston is on commentary with the Lucha Bros at his side. Interesting.
I can't say it because he's not here. So
who? Say it.
It won't make any sense. Well, actually, no, it would. I guess.
Who? What?
Triangulo della Muerte.
Yo, Pac is not back yet. I miss him.
Eddie Kingston is there.
I miss Pac being around.
Eddie Kingston is there, so he could take Pac's spot right there.
Yeah. If we get the Dynamite on Wednesday, let's have a Saturday night kaboom for the second show. Just kidding. Kablam. Remember that show?
Shoot.
Eddie Kingston said, "Don't." Why did you write down? Eddie Kingston said, "Don't get loud, Jr." Did you think that was funny? Disrespected Jr. Eddie Kingston was just going in.
Cause Jr. What did Jr. say? Jr. said something, and Eddie Kingston was like, he was just like, "Don't get loud, Jr." It was just funny.
Yes, that's only because Impact owns Explosion. BJ said, "Kaboom wasn't on the Cartoon Network."
I believe it was.
I think so. Archer with crisscross shoulder block, chair shots from Moxley. They had the two tables set up. They did the exact same spot from Wrestle Kingdom this year. Double arm DDT through the tables. It was a beaut. Paradigm shifts everywhere for people. And they start going back into the ring. And bro, at one point during this, I thought Archer had it won.
Yeah.
He hit the blackout slam.
Yeah. That was one of the situations where it was like you're on the edge of your seat because he hit that, and it was like, oh shit, wait a minute, no, wait a minute, and then it was like, no, 2 count. It's like, listen, don't play with my emotions like that, you know.
Well, I can't remember what move he did right before that, but he ends up going for the pinfall, and Moxley rolled him up. Now, I will say the finish to me got hurt because Cody has done that finish before, and I think it happened in the Orange Cassidy match, too.
I think it did happen.
So I was like, wait, what? Why did we do the same finish twice? So that's something I think AEW has to kind of just buyer beware. Like, I think it would have worked better. I said Betty. Mm-hmm. Would have worked better if John Moxley didn't have to like do it after Cody did it. I think I would have been surprised by that finish then.
Oh yeah, that would have been yet again something different.
Right, and it makes it look like he lost by luck. Cool with that.
Right.
And afterwards, Archer just goes to start beating his ass because he doesn't care. And Eddie Kingston says, "Get in the ring and go get him." And you think that he's telling him to go get Moxley, but instead the Lucha Bros attack Archer.
Yes.
Stupid. And Jake pulls him back probably because it looks like it could be 3-on-1, 4-on-1. So he's like, hey, don't do that. And Jake should have brought the bag with him. And they could have did something.
Surprise, mother.
They could have did something with that. Let me see here. Starting the Flesh. He's super strong and super naked. Melt man with the power to melt. If you guys have never seen Kablam, you'll just die laughing if you're a superhero fan and a fan of toys. Let's see here. BJ says, I'm not tired of Mox by any means, but I feel like I'm getting tired of him being in those style of matches. Feel like I'm in being a griping fan for no reason, but it's the only thing beginning to stale for him. I feel bad for Moxley. I think Moxley's title reign is always going to be like remember when he was the champ during that crazy pandemic? I don't know how it's going to go in the history books, but I think Moxley has earned this, and I think he deserves the run he's been getting.
Yeah. It's just too, yeah. I don't know, man. Just don't mess it up. Let's just leave it.
And Sean said, guaranteed Mox and Archer were probably going over their match when Cody did his and never saw them do the similar spot. I agree. I just wish that something that was going to be in a finish wasn't done later. But that's that's like minor things. I really like Cody said something to one of like the websites that interviewed him about being open to criticism today. If you guys can find that, I believe it's on SE Scoops. I was really impressed with Cody's answer, and he said that he's learned to be quiet now and kind of not speak out of turn, like, because he said we're gonna do this, and then sometimes the plans would change because he said he was talking too much and talking too fast because that was stuff that was just on the table. So he's kind of like trying to bite his tongue more. And he said he's open to criticism, so I can respect that. Jesus said, I've been enjoying Moxley as champion, but they got to find somebody to beat him soon. I told you guys, I think it's going to be Kenny Omega. I still stand behind that. Kenny is the guy. He is still the longest reigning world champion. I think it might be Jericho still for world champion. But tonight's show, thumbs up, thumbs down.
I give it a thumbs up.
I don't think it was that bad.
Yeah, it was decent. It was a decent show.
Was last week's better, you think? 30 Years of Jericho?
I think this one edged maybe just a little bit.
Let me see here. Not tired of Moxley as champion. They just have to keep him fresh. Wouldn't mind seeing a heel Moxley at some point during his title run. Good point, Sick. 6XL said, I agree with the Moxley thing because look at Drew McIntyre would be a dope champion, but without a crowd, it's hard to gauge. Agreed, 6XL. Good point. Malik Murray says, do you think Taya Valkyrie should go to AEW? Yes.
Yeah.
And should Tajiri face Cody for the TNT Championship? Fuck it. Why not?
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see here. Mox matches equal ECW injections over the last few months. I'm fine with him being champ. Just want some fresh stuff to switch it up. No, I get your point, BJ. You're not really dissing him as champion. You're just saying you want something fresh. Jesus said, thumbs up for me. This week was better in his opinion. It was a good show for the anniversary. A said, thumbs up. Question for you and Derek from your boy Jesus. Throw it to us. Sean had said Mox has recorded by a month or two. Oh, record. I'm stupid. I can't read tonight, Sean. I'm sorry. Mox has the record by a month or two. Chris Zupa said definitely thumbs down tonight for him. Ooh.
Come on, Chris. Come on, Cletus.
Come on, Chris.
Come on.
We'll end tonight's show with Jesus' question. Don't forget tomorrow, guys, 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. I will be interviewing Rated R. If you guys are not busy or you're driving home from work or something, throw us on, man. Throw us on. Don't text and drive. Don't try and send us a question, but come on in and watch it, man. I would appreciate you guys if you want to throw us a question. Waiting here for Jesus' question. This must be a long one. We're waiting. But yeah, I thought this was a decent show tonight, man.
Yeah, it was definitely decent. But yet again, still a AEW program that has not produced a bad show. Knock on wood.
Okay, let's see here. Jesus said, you think Tony Khan is afraid to pull the trigger on some of these talent to be champion? No. I don't think he's afraid to pull the trigger. I think he's waiting for the right time to do it because the person has to be over and it has to... What happens to the person who loses the championship? You have to have storylines planned for these people. in my opinion. Sean Harrington says, do you think if Kenny Omega was the tournament, he takes his title shot that night and all said he will be the winner? I don't know if he could do it at Full Gear. I would rather have them build up the match to a certain time period, but it depends on what the story is. I thought Kenny Omega was getting a shot at Full Gear, personally. I just thought that maybe they were going to have the tournament winner face him, because when is Eddie Kingston getting his shot? I feel like nobody knows that for sure. I don't know if Eddie's going to go to Full Gear in the main event against Moxley.
I want to say it feels like this is his place is going to be one of those situations where I steal the title.
Who?
Eddie Kingston.
I still just
almost kind of like how they're doing with the 24/7 title.
Nah, I don't think Eddie Kingston's going to steal it. If anything, he may like take it from him and then walk around with it, but what I see is Eddie Kingston's going to put over Moxley, and I feel like Omega's got to beat him. But I don't know if we can make it to Revolution that long, waiting in between. No. Maybe he does it on the first Dynamite of the new year?
Maybe. I mean, I think it'll work if you drag it out, but everything has to fall on Mox and how everything has to be planned out through him. Because
I feel like when Moxley loses it, he has to go out for a little bit, maybe. Yes. Or he's got to transition into a different feud with somebody else.
No, I think he disappears for a while. Because he's been on since AEW fucking started.
He just debuted at that time, though.
I mean, but still, though, it seems like we've seen him, like, every day.
But their roster isn't huge like other people's rosters, either.
And that's very true. Given off of what everything is now and how it looks, I would say they give him a shot. But if everything gets back to normal, obviously he's not ready for it. I don't think he's ready for this now.
Let's see. Sean Harrington said, no, I think Tony has plans in mind and isn't going to change them. Jesus said, makes sense, Conrad. I can agree with that. BJ said, I want Hangman to beat Kenny in the finals. That could happen as well.
Yeah.
And causes Kenny to fully snap into cleaner mode and instead of these teases. I like the teases because you never know when it's going to happen. But Kenny is the EVP muscle, and I think it'd be cool to see one of the EVPs finally abuse their power a bit.
It's going to be more than a bit.
Let's see. LeBron got his 4th ring. Congratulations to the Lakers.
No, let's not talk about that.
This dude hates everything.
Let's not
everything. You tried to bring up politics out here, but we can't congratulate LeBron James. Don't hate, bro.
Just saying.
Don't hate. Congratulations, LeBron and the Lakers. AD, all the boys.
Congrats to the Lakers.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Congrats to all of them.
Yeah, the Lakers.
Moving on. Sean says Mox and Kingston in an I Quit match would make sense storyline-wise. Disagree. Hangman should beat Kenny when Kenny is champion. I think it'll happen, Sean, but you can also have these two cancel each other out. You know? Jesus said rigged. He should have won. Stop it. But listen, guys, we're going to end the show here. I appreciate you guys joining us. I know the last 2 shows were a little bit longer, but whatever. If the conversation's good, we'll keep going with it. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you check back in with us next Wednesday. We'll be back for another AEW Dynamite review. I cannot wait to hear what you guys think of the show, so make sure you guys are back. And I will check you guys out next week with your thoughts on AEW Dynamite. For myself, Derek, we are out. Peace.
Everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinions, the lesson, yes. By the fans, for the fans, not many in this can understand, This the podcast to show you who I am, Conrad Cushman, the legend in the plans, Please listen every day to the showcase. The opinions and knowledge that anyone can take. Showing you how it is done. Proving I am number one. What a legend becomes. This is now my time to show you that I am here. This podcast just to make it loud and clear. By the fans, for the fans, not many who's here can understand everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinion and the lesson. Yes, everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinions, the lesson. Yes.
What's going on, EPW Nation? It's your boys from the Everything College Basketball Podcast, Josh and Peyton, here to remind you all that college basketball season is right around the corner. Yes, we finally know it's right around the corner, and Peyton, there's only one place people should go for all the college basketball excitement.
Well, Josh, the only place to find all college basketball hoops all the time is Everything College Basketball. Everything College Basketball can be listened to on several podcast hosting sites like Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. And we can also be found on our Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/Everything College Basketball.
Yes, make sure you are joining the group with a couple other 100 people and growing by the day as we march into year number 3 of the Everything College Basketball networking system. Now, let's get back to Conrad and Everything Pro Wrestling.
What's going on, Everything Pro Wrestling listeners? It's your boy Jesse Carter over at the Pro Wrestling Shoot podcast, where we run special interviews with independent wrestlers, also former WWE and TNA stars. Pretty soon we're going to be having the Matt Sydal episode drop, so you need to come and check that out, and you can find us over on anchor.fm/the Pro Wrestling Shoot. Also, we are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcasts. The show also covers reviews from old and current events such as pay-per-views, AEW, WWE, whatever you're into nowadays, we will be covering reviews on that. We also have a little bit of music artists join us on the Pro Wrestling Shoot. Also dive into belt collecting and hobbies of all kind. So yeah, as soon as you are finished with Everything Pro Wrestling, why don't you come on over and check it out and tell us what you think. You can follow our Facebook page at the Pro Wrestling Shoot. We are also on Twitter at Carter Inc. That is CARDER INC. Also Instagram at the Pro Wrestling Shoot. You can also find us on YouTube and Twitch. Coming soon, we will be doing live streams of the show on YouTube at the Pro Wrestling Shoot, and same with Twitch at the Pro Wrestling Shoot. All right, Conrad, back to you, and hope you all enjoy the rest of the episode from Everything Pro Wrestling.
Are you looking for the newest and hottest in the world of pro wrestling? Then check out the amazing action on Powerslam.tv, the biggest indie pro wrestling channel in the world. Get over 6,000 hours of the best events from over 150 of your favorite promotions from 20 different countries around the globe. Brands like Progress Wrestling, Evolve Wrestling, Combat Zone, Defy, PCW Ultra, PWX, Over the Top, Shine, and hundreds of others with fresh content added every day for only $5.99 per month. Get your free trial today at Powerslam.tv.